What's going on, my friends? So I got requested to do a couple videos, and I'm going to do one of them right now. The best one I can do on my way home from work. I am super tired. I just worked 14 hours of overtime, so can't complain about that one bit at all. So she's a little frosty this morning. It's 27 degrees F. So it's what, a couple under Celsius, a couple under zero. So anyways, got requested to do a video, two of them actually, and we're gonna do the second one right now that this individual requested, talking about how to get into strongman competing. So I'll first just explain how I got into it. Weightlifting a lot in the gym. Some people noticed that I was getting super strong, and somebody threw out an idea that I should do a competitive weightlifting competition. So I got around digging and I was planning on doing a powerlifting meet, is what I was intending on doing, and found a strongman competition that was a few months out. Really looked into it, was gonna go do it, and then we got really busy at work and I couldn't get free time to go do it. So it was like I had to work like a month straight basically, with one day off in the middle of the month, and that was the day of the competition. So I didn't want to, I wanted my day off that month to be a day off basically, and there's just no way I could have prepped or anything. So I found another one a couple months later, signed up for it, emailed the person putting it on back and forth a few times, asking a lot of questions since it was my first one, and went to it not expecting to know anything. I literally went with a weightlifting belt that was like, I don't know, you would probably see somebody at Planet Fitness wearing this weightlifting belt and walking around. It was Velcro with a plastic clasp that held it down. I actually wore that belt for a while, and eventually the plastic clasp quit working. The Velcro started giving out. Anyways, so I went to that competition basically with that. No deadlift straps, no tacky for the Atlas stones. I just went and I did. I don't think I zeroed anything. There was a car pull to me, an overhead press, a keg toss, car deadlift, and Atlas stones. So I didn't get zeros on anything. I was able to get reps of everything. I know I didn't get the last couple stones. I know I didn't get the last keg. Story of my life. But I had a blast. I was the only novice competitor, so I got a trophy, a little dagger. That'll be the next video I'm going to go over, is with the idea from this person. Sorry for the glare. Let's turn down this next road so I don't have that. That's the nice thing about driving farm roads on your way home. You have 100 different ways you can take home. But anyways, so yeah, I went to that, got completely hooked on it. I was training in my work gym, which had hardly anything. Well, it has some decent equipment, and it's got better equipment now. But we didn't have squat racks. We had 2 assisted Smiths. I've gone over this story most recently. Now there's a really nice squat rack they just got a couple weeks ago. So they have a trap bar for doing deadlifts, and their only Olympic bar they had was one of those short ones that's only like 5 foot long. But that was the gym I trained in. We had dumbbells up to 100, leg press, hack squat. It's a very nice gym for a work gym. So that was where I trained for this competition. I had no idea what I was doing, so if you don't have a strongman gym with you or strongman equipment, you can train in a regular gym and do a strongman competition. There will be links down in the description for everything that I'm going to be talking about. So startingstrongman.com has a bunch of different programs on it, a bunch of different links to some competitions, and links to equipment to use for competitions and training, all right on that website. It's a really good website. Go check it out if you're looking to get into a strongman competition. So there's a program on there that teaches you how to train for a strongman competition using basic gym equipment. I'm sorry for the bounce. Country roads, I think, gets better here in a little bit. But yeah, so they have all the information right there for you. There's other programs for if you do have strongman equipment to use. But after that competition, I slowly started gaining equipment in my gym. One of the first things I ever bought was an Atlas stone mold and a stubby axle. I bought a bench from a guy from work that was getting rid of a bench with 300 pounds of weight plates. I bought some regular Olympic weight plates at my local Dunham's sporting goods store. Some 25s and 10s, I think. I had a local welder make my log for me. Cost me $200. We walked around his junkyard, found a heavy duty piece of pipe. He put some end caps on it and handles, cut some holes out, and called it good. It is heavy. Oh my goodness, roads. It is 180 pounds empty, so it's not for a beginner to use to start training with. And over the years, I just started accumulating equipment. So that's just some of the stuff I began with. I got a squat rack from somebody that it's homemade. It was cheap, and I got it. So now, how to find strongman competitions? In the U.S., there's two main corporations. We'll go with that. So there's the North American Strongman Corporation. That's the company that I started with. Then there's the United States Strongman Corporation. So they used to be one company. It was a husband and wife. They split up, and he went and started his own business, USS. So the links to both of these will be down in the description. They all host lots of competitions in pretty much every single United States state that you can think of. Outside of the US, I have no idea how to find a competition. Eventually, I want to, because since I'm so close to Ontario, I would like to go to Ontario and do a competition. However, I have no idea how to find one. If I could find one in like Toronto or Sarnia or Windsor or somewhere like that, that would be pretty cool to go do an international competition. That is a super big tire. It looks messed up though. Oh, my big tractor tire, I got that for free. It's a 500-pound combine tire. Known some farmers from work, they gave it to me. Anyways, so there's not always a lot on there. Some people will post the competitions on there a month out. Some people will post their competitions on different Facebook pages before they even get put onto either one of those corporations' website. So there's ways to find them. If you're, depending on what state you're in, some people like, I'm in Michigan. Michigan has a Michigan Strongman page where a lot of the competitions get posted on that. Different gyms will put their competitions on their gym's page. United States Strongman may post competitions on theirs. I know Willie does a good job of saying, getting on Instagram and saying, hey, these competitions are coming up this weekend. NAS, go to their website. They have a calendar layout. You can pick a weekend, just look and see when a competition is going to be coming up. And then you just click on it. It'll give you a big Word document. It'll lay out where it's at, what kind of events they're going to be having, the rules for the events, and then a waiver form down at the bottom to either send in, or a lot of the companies now are using, or events now are using Eventzilla. You just sign up online, use your credit card to pay, and wham bam, thank you ma'am, you're signed up for your first competition. So I just signed up for a competition last week using Eventzilla, Motor City Strongest Man. It is in Brownstown, Michigan, which is just outside of Detroit, about 2 hours or so away from where I'm at. I'm in central Michigan. This will be, I don't know how many competitions for me now. Maybe my 13th competition I've done since 2012. 2012 was my summer of 2012. I'm gonna say like July timeframe was my first ever competition. And I've done at least 2 comps a year since then. Sometimes I do. The most I ever done in 1 year was 5 competitions, and 2 of those were back-to-back weekends, and that was absolutely insane. I signed up for one competition not knowing when my local one here was going to be put on, and once you're signed up, basically you can't back out of them. Your money's gone pretty much. So make sure when you sign up for it, you are committed to it. I signed up for one time, and my wife went into labor 2 days before the competition with my daughter. So obviously my daughter was born the day before the competition. I wasn't going to leave my wife and daughter in the hospital while I went and did a competition. So lost out on some money there, but this competition, the money went towards a charity, basically. So win for them, basically. So I had no issues not getting my money back from them. So yeah, there's lots of competitions that do that. Some of their money will go towards a charity. This next competition I'm doing, I believe some of the money still does go towards this charity. It's the same competition, Motor City, that I had to miss out on when my daughter was born. So this will be the 10th year of this competition, so it's been going on for a while. Wow, that's a lot to talk about in 12 and a half minutes. So yeah, if you got any more questions for me, go ahead and hit me up on here. Add me on social media. I do have a Facebook page. You can add me personally on Facebook, or I do have a Facebook page for Sanford Strongman Garage. You can search that. I believe if you go to the banner across the top of my YouTube page, there's a link right there to that page. There's also a link to my Twitter. I'm not big on Twitter. I go on there and check my notifications every once in a while, but that's about it. And Instagram, on Instagram a lot. So my days off, I'm trying to post on there every single day. My workouts, my life, whatever it may be. If you want to talk to me privately, go ahead and hit me up in the DMs on there. And yeah, hopefully some of you got something out of this. This sport is growing a lot since I first started. Like I said, I did my first novice competition. I was the only one there. Now the novice competitions that are around here, they're split up by weights. So there's a lightweight and a heavyweight, and there's at least 10 people in each division. The lighter weights usually catch a lot more guys. I went to a competition one time, and I'll get back into this in the next video, where I actually talk about some of the competitions, placing and stuff like that. I went to a competition. There was 28 people in the novice division, and it wasn't split up by weight classes. There was literally 28 people I was competing against. Well, 27, me being one of them. I have to turn, so sun's probably gonna be in the eyes here. That was a lot of flipping people to go up against. Our sun's not in my eyes, it's just glaring on you. That's what I meant. I took 7th. I was pretty proud of that. And I was down in Ohio many moons ago. My wife was pregnant with my daughter when we were at that competition. So, all right, I think I've talked enough. Hopefully you guys enjoyed something out of this. If you're looking to get into strongman, this helps you out. Or if you know somebody who may in the future looking into strongman. They do have team divisions. My first competition, I went up against a team. They have women divisions, novice and open and masters. They have masters divisions. If you're over 40 and you want to get into strongman and you don't want to go up against somebody who's 20 and who's been doing it for a couple of years and is young and can run a little bit faster or is stronger than you, they have divisions for people who are over 40. I'm only 9 years away from them, so maybe I'll be good in strongman. Long enough. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you made it this far, go ahead and give me a like, and we'll catch you next time. Live big, eat big, and get big, guys.